Hey everybody, and welcome to Short Film Saturday here at IFC. I am the Moo Cow, and this is...
Jonathan Moody.
You didn't sing it.
I did not. I don't sing.
Okay, well...
It's better for everybody.
It's probably better that I don't sing too. However, we are back again to review a bunch of short films, because nobody ever reviews short films anymore. You know what I mean? So... we got one way back in the 70s called...
Are you sure it's 70s?
I'm pretty sure it's
70s.
the 70s.
It looks like 70s.
Yeah.
But...
Give me the box. I don't even remember the damn title of this short film.
It's something about...
Box.
Which one?
Okay.
This one?
Yeah. So this is a movie called If a God Should Fail.
If a God Should Fail.
And it is from the Female Mercenaries on Zombie Island collection, which is pretty darn cool, Blu-ray, which I got because Tina Kraus, because who doesn't love Tina Kraus? And the director who made that movie put together a collection of several related movies and included this short.
Which was 1976.
76, so I was close. Starring Jan A. Whitson with Brad L. Whitson and Gary L. Whitson, Sandy Whitson, and Dom Pino.
Dom Pino.
So...
I'm guessing that was Zeus.
I think so, maybe. So yeah, the movie, what is it about? It's about 10 minutes long.
It's about 10 minutes long, yeah.
And I'm thinking this is a movie that they probably thought would never see the light of day, so they just included it for funsies. But it's basically, the movie opens up in, I guess, heaven. And Zeus is there with some side chick. And Hercules appears. And he says that this doctor has made an evil cyborg. And Hercules has to go and destroy it. So poof, he goes down. And then you see the doctor in his lab. Which, you know... for a home movie, 1976, it's not so bad. It's not so shabby.
And so he makes a robot person?
Cyborg. Although it's just a guy.
It's just a guy.
Yeah.
But he says he'd give up bionic arms or something. Bionic.
We just don't believe him because they look like regular arms.
I mean, they're bionic though.
But he was on a table.
He was on a table.
And he gave him an injection.
Give him an injection. And then the guy was going to kill him, and then he said, don't kill me. If you kill me, I can't keep giving you these injections every day.
Injections of liquid, even though he's some kind of bionic machine.
I know.
So it's not oil. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But in any event, he sells the cyborg guy, didn't even have a name, that he has to go off and kill this doctor.
And you mentioned he looked like Hercules.
He did.
So,
I thought he was the same guy.
Yeah, but I guess it's brother, so...
There you go, brothers. Because they both had the same cheesy mid-70s mustache.
Right.
But he tells him, you got to go kill this doctor who killed my wife and daughter. And the guy's like, oh, all right, sure.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I'm going to go.
So he goes off, and we see the guy, and he's sitting in his house, and he goes, gosh, I hope that doctor who threatened to kill me last year isn't still planning on it. Oh, well. And then he goes out to his pool.
And he says, like, honey, I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. And he goes out to the pool, and he starts skimming his pool. And there shows up the cyborg. And then cyborg guy jumps up there and just goes whack. And guy goes in the pool. And that's the end of him. And then Hercules shows up. And then the rest of the movie is pretty much a chase scene where they kind of run after each other. And
throw things at each other.
Throw things at each other. And they run around. But...
which kind of annoyed me because, like, he throws the pole... and as you said, like, it came down and then he caught it.
I was waiting for it to, like, skewer the guy, but instead he turned around and just, like, grabbed it.
Yeah, and he grabbed it where you're like, oh my god, you didn't see that coming, did you? And then...
I guess he heard the pole in the midair. And
then the guy throws a rock at Hercules, and Hercules catches it. And then I'm like, okay, then what's the point of throwing stuff now? Like, if everybody just keeps catching shit.
Well, they're supposed to be, heroes and enhanced people. And...
then eventually he throws the rock again at the cyborg. The cyborg gets knocked. And then, what didn't die or something?
I think he like slaps the cyborg and the guy falls down. And then Zeus comes on and says, "Oh, you did a good job. You can come back to heaven." And he just goes poof.
And then that's the end.
And then that's the end.
That's literally it. Like, that's the whole movie.
It is a home movie with literally your friends and family.
Yeah, you're just like, hey, let's go make a movie
in
today.
the backyard.
Which is actually kind of cool. I mean,
it is.
To do this in the 70s, you had to have real cameras. You had to have, a lot of stuff that, I'm pretty impressed by that.
You would think that was a Super 8 or something? 16 millimeter?
Super 8
yeah, something like that. Which means it had to be developed. It had to be, have to go down to the local codec store at the time.
Lab, check it out.
Yeah, lab.
You couldn't just shoot something and see what it was. You had to double check on it.
Pretty primitive stuff.
The only thing is, you could tell, there was a little, smudge thing in the stuff that kind of just kept irritating me.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would disappear. So they weren't very careful on watching.
It's funny because it's the kind of thing that you'd see today where somebody's trying to make a 70s style grindhouse kind of movie. They would add that in digitally, except this wasn't digitally. This was grime on the on the lens itself, which I thought was kind of cute. And it definitely has a sort of 70s grindhouse kind of thing.
Video.
It's all dubbed in later, all the sounds, all the talking.
All the talking. At one point, I thought the guy was talking to himself, wasn't even talking, but you said he was actually moving his lips.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, shit.
So he was saying something. It just wasn't what we were hearing.
Yeah.
But, it's a home movie. It's a 70s home movie. And it's, I have seen worse. I have actually seen worse movies. Now, I'm glad it was only 10 minutes long. If this had been a full-length feature, I'd have suffered. You would have suffered.
I suffered through the 10 minutes. I don't think it was terrible, but it was just sort of boring after a while. Half the movie was them running. So, I was just after a while, I just was like, oh, are we watching Lord of the Rings again?
Well, you know how it is. You're a filmmaker. I'm sure you have shot stuff that's 10 minutes long that you figured nobody would ever see the light of day.
Oh, yeah.
You just hung on to it.
And people still freaking find it and put it on and shit. So, I don't want them to. But they do anyway. And so
as an extra, a little fun extra.
Oh. And so this, I don't, look, I don't mind, if they put this out there, they put this out there. It's out there. People can watch it. People can buy it. You bought it. You bought Female Mercenaries Zombie Island.
Of course.
So there you go.
On Blu-ray.
So
you got to see everything in clear Blu-ray, which this, short obviously needed,
Yeah. That's what it needed.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's difficult. You can't really rate this at the same level as, say, an actual movie that was made for a feature-length audience. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is just messing around with your friends and family. Hey, let's have fun. Let's make this. And you get your brother and your sister and your family to help out. I mean, it's fun.
It was fun. I mean, it was cute. And I had some moments where I was just like, this is kind of a fun little thing. But once again, it's 10 minutes long, so it's not like it's a huge waste of your day to watch it, or something. It's like a YouTube video. You watch it, it's over.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of that one. Was it James L. Edwards? Who was it that had the one where they were in the swamp and they had a killer and it was just 10 minutes long and I forget what it was. But it reminds me of that. It's kind of interesting to see, people that who've gone on to make other movies, and you go back and you see some of the early work that they've done and, how things have progressed since then and all that. I mean, the editing wasn't bad and the camera work wasn't bad and about the acting and some of the other bits and pieces.
Yeah, but I mean, they weren't bad. They weren't good. They weren't,
part of a learning process.
Yeah, but I bet they learned a lot from this movie to go and make their other movies that they made, So the Whitson group, they make these. They're part of Wave, and they do a good job.
Wave Productions. And they added another one on there. So somewhere along the line, we'll probably see the other short film that's on there, too. I don't know if Tina Krause is in there or not. Probably not if these are older movies, because these would be mid-70s, and Tina Krause wasn't doing anything then.
As far as I know.
As far as I know, no, I don't think so. But I don't know. It'd be very, very curious. And we will be doing Female Mercenaries on Zombie Island, probably for What the Fuck Friday, because that's a What the Fuck kind of movie.
Have you seen it?
I've seen parts of it, so I already have a pretty good idea about it. But it's one that I've been wanting to see because, of course, Tina Krause. We love Tina Krause here
We love Tina
at
Krause.
IFC. So like to see all her movies.
Mm-hmm.
And and this comes with the second one, I think the doctor one where he returns.
Yeah, they've got.
And they're like 12 years apart or something.
Yeah, so they got the Female Mercenaries on Zombie Island. That's 1995 feature. Mad Doctor of Zombie Island, which is 2008.
There you go.
That's a feature. And the Misadventures of Fanny Starr, which is a 1981 short film. And If God Should Fail, 1976.
And you know any movie with the name Fanny in it is going to be risque, probably.
Or silly. You know.
So we'll see. Well, we'll have to
It
save
also
that
has
for
a
another
reversible artwork. It looks
time. Oh,
like.
that's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Two different
There we go.
versions. So there
All
you go.
right. Well, thanks very much for joining us on this episode of Short Review Saturday. See, I got it. And please join us for the next time we have another episode on IFC.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's your turn. Short Film Saturday.
See, I sang it.